Hello, welcome to Sally Bonnie Fibre and Art. This is a quick video hack just to show you ahead of the release of our summer newsletter, when we're going to be creating some fibre flowers to create a lovely summer picture. When I started felting, I used I used to buy these little curls, and I often found that there was lots of matted wool in them, so I used to have to spend a lot of time kind of cutting them out and got quite a lot of waste with them. So I started to think about how I could do these myself and to save a little bit of money as well. And I discovered that I could make them in different sizes. I could do like smaller ones, I could mix different wools together. And they were particularly good for creating flowers and for wool on my bar sheep, because I like them to be quite funky. And actually just a couple of household things, that's all you need. These are the diffusers that you get in those lovely smelly things. In fact, they still have a smell. But I seem to have lots of these, and so you can use those. You can also use barbecue sticks. I have some bamboo skewers here. These really come in handy for crafting too. But equally, if you have the metal ones, they're fine. You could also use knitting needles if you've got old knitting needles, but these are kind of what I use. So I guess anything you've got around your house. So I've got a selection of wool. I have some carded wool, I have some merino wool. I've also got some merino, carded merino here, which is I love to use for my sheep. It's really nice. So just to demonstrate, I started doing a couple earlier. This is just on a bamboo barbecue stick. Here you can see I've got the wool quite close together, and here you can see I've got it quite loose. So this is a carded wool, and this is a merino wool, and obviously you can add as many as you want on there. So just to demonstrate, I'm going to demonstrate with a little merino. So I'm just literally pulling a piece of merino off. Now I like to secure these just with a little bit of a felt, but you don't need to do that. You can just hold it at the bottom. So just a little couple of stitches there, and then I like to just wind round at one end, and then I'm just twisting the wool. And with this one, I'm going to just leave some spaces. Now, don't worry too much. If your wool breaks, just secure it. See there, I'm just winding. I might push that up just a little bit, just to make that a little bit looser. There we go. Don't worry too much here if the wool breaks, because you can just add a piece or just add on to that. So that I would do to the end, give it a little bit of a turn round. Obviously you can't needle felt onto the bamboo, just a little bit at the end there, and it's just come away a little bit there, and I will just do that there. So you can do this all colours. If you want to blend your wool first, you can do that. Okay, and then the next stage, again, really simple. I use, this is a florist tray, but bit of Tupperware, anything like that you've got is fine. This has just got some warm water in, and I just very gently just submerge, just making sure that it's got wet all the way around. Give it a bit of a shake. I'm just going to put this to one side a moment, and I'll show you how I dry them. So if I'm doing this, I tend to do quite a few in one go. Now, in terms of storing them, I know this looks a little bit battered and beat up. It's because I use it for my eco printing, so it's been boiled in a pot, but I find it great for this. So because this has got holes in this colander, I just put them in, and then, you know, you can have air circulating around. But I've got also, this is an old plant pot stand, so equally I could just put them around. The idea is having something where the air can circulate around them. So if you've got a jam jar, as long as you have some space, you could put a bit of blue tack or plasticine on a pot and do that. Now, if you're impatient, you can use a hairdryer and you can dry them, and you will end up with little locks. It's just like using a roller really. But I find because once you start, like I've handled this quite a bit, so they become loose. I find that if you leave them overnight or even for a couple of days, you do get a better result. And then I just pop them all into a little pot, and then I've got them from when I'm doing my make. So if you are taking part in the fibre picture in our next newsletter, just start creating some of them, you know, do lots of different colours. Find that by using this technique, you can create lovely fibre art like this. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that in our next edition. So yeah, happy making.